Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Weekly Channel Reviews with Morgan. Let me know where you're coming from in the chat, and let's just get started with this. So the baby is sleeping, and the baby has been taking a massive power nap. So normally he'll sleep like 2 hours. He's going on 3.5 hours right now, which means he could wake up any moment. So that's why I started a few minutes early today. I was like, do I wake him up? Do I not? I'm like, okay, we'll just start early. We'll go. If he wakes up, I'll go grab him. And then we'll do as many channel reviews as we can during this time. If he starts getting fussy because he's getting hungry, then we're going to have to end it. So the clock is ticking. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this. So if you are new, you haven't joined the stream before, what I do every Friday is I do channel reviews. So you submit your channels and then I give some feedback and some comments. I look over them. Majority of the time, I've never looked at them before. I have a few brought up just so I can quickly check them out. But other than that, I've never seen them. So this is my advice to you on what you can do to improve. And I'm not going to beat around the bush, and I'm not going to, sugarcoat things. If you want to get better, the advice is just, don't take it personally. If I say things, it's just, I want you to be better. So boom, this is how it's going to be. I'm very blunt. So yes. All right. So we got some few people calling in. All right. We have Ivan who says hi. We have Shade Princess says hello. And then Facebook user says, here we go. So if you are on the Facebook group, you need to actually, there's a button that's in the description that you need to click to approve. So that way it will show your profile. Otherwise it just shows as an anonymous Facebook user. So if, you're in the Facebook group and you're wondering like, why am I showing as Facebook user? That's why. Perfect. So it says, hey, hello, Morgan. I'm Indian, huge fan of yours. Whenever I want YouTube trips, I always come to your channel, only on your channel. Oh, thank you so much. Everything X. Love it. Now, let's get into these channel reviews. So remember, you can go to morganstradling.com/channel reviews. The link is in the description of either one of these. You can submit there. We're going first come, first serve. So we do have some people who we're still working through a massive list of about 35 different channels. So we're still working on the ones that were submitted in early June. If you want yours to jump to the top of the list, do a super chat, and that is the easiest way to do that. A $5 super chat will get you jumped up to the list. Otherwise, we're going to keep just starting at the top and going down. So with that, let's do this, shall we? So I'm going to pull up right here. Just let me minimize a few things on my screen, and off we go. Okay. All right. And of course, let me know what you are doing on this Friday, what your plans are for the weekend. I have no plans, so that's not too shabby. Okay. All right. Here we go. We got this right here. I'm going to share my screen. Oh, hello, hello from Dominican Republic. Love it. English idioms and slang with Dell. Great. Love it. All right. Let's share my screen. We're going to share this one right here. And let me know if you can see this. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to remove this banner really quickly so it's just out of the way. And I'm going to make these just a little bit bigger so people can see. I want to just kind of make it the easiest for you guys. All right. So our first channel up is called Sarah's Bites. And I love it. First and foremost, love the name because it shows that this is a channel about Sarah. So I have that association with Sarah and who she is. And then Bites, that's an instant name that I understand that you're most likely making recipes and sharing recipes and different treats and things that you make. So, and I like Bites. It's kind of like bite size. So to me, that's like, okay, this is something that I can do. This is something that's easy. Channel banner art, great. I love it. She has these different Polaroids that show a variety of things that she's making. And I love this. This shows someone who's new to your channel what they're getting into. So we have cookies, we have sort of a pastry that's filled. This looks like a smoothie of some sort of soup, and scones. Amazing. So I'm getting a feel what your channel's about, and that's awesome. And so you put at the top, it says weekly recipes. Those are in white. And the only thing I would suggest changing is maybe putting that together. So it's not weekly and then all the way over here, recipes. Maybe put them together just like weekly recipes, just a little easier. And there's no links that you're linking here, which is totally fine. But if you do have a website or you have something that you want to direct people to, let's say you also want people to go to your Instagram page or whatnot, whatever your main call to action is, it will include the words right there that you're able to go and do that. So perfect. Now let's keep scrolling down. So, okay, this is great. She's already gone and, her most recent uploads are appearing right here. And then next up, she has a playlist for dinner ideas, one all for desserts, one for holiday recipes, side dishes, cookies, plant-based vegan, sauces. Like, I love this. Soups. And this is so easy to do, especially if you have a variety of things on your channel that you cover. Just throw them into a playlist and put it on your homepage, because I can look at this and I think, oh, wow, there's so much that she has to offer and I can check it out. The photography and the imagery on these is very, very good. These look appetizing. They look delicious. Very, very clearly, I can see what I'm getting. The styling right here with the different types of cookies. Easy, no spread sugar cookie recipes for holidays. Cool. I really like that. And as the holidays come, that's a very SEO optimized title, it seems. That's one thing that I recommend, is that if a big holiday is coming up or a big event, to have your videos and your content ready to go. So I imagine that as the holiday season starts coming up, you're going to see this video do better and better and better. So how to make easy lactation cookies with I imagine that's no brewer's yeast. So I like what you're doing. I can see everything is very visually appealing. I can tell, at least initially, it looks like you are optimizing for SEO a little bit in those titles. You have a certain keyword in there that you're trying to target. Let's go check out I love this. It's so visually appealing. It looks delicious. Like, I want to watch these videos so I can see so I can make some yummy things. So I'm going to sort by, I just like to see oldest to see how long you've been doing it. So less than a year. Amazing. So 1.5 thousand subscribers. That's a weird way to say it. 1,500 subscribers over the past year. Best chocolate chip cookie recipe. I'm totally going to try this because I'm always on the hunt for a good chocolate chip cookie. So, with this, that's your oldest video. It's actually doing pretty well. This turkey meatball recipe, easy and quick to make. You're doing really, really great things here with your titles. You have like a main keyword, which is basically what it is. And then, having a little hook to entice people. For example, most people would just put like chocolate chip cookie recipe. Okay, everyone and their mom is doing that, but the best chewy chocolate chip cookie recipe. Those are two different things that make this stand out, that it's the best and that it's chewy, because some people are team chewy, some people are team crunchy. If you're watching live, let me know in the chat, when you are eating a chocolate chip cookie, do you prefer a chewy cookie or a crunchy cookie? I'm totally team chewy. So so let me just scroll as well and go back to, let's see, your most popular video. Okay, so the turkey meatball has been doing the best. And going back to what I was saying, easy and quick to make. It's definitely your only chance to get people to click, especially if you're showing up in search or suggested whatnot, is your title and your video. And so, this is a nice picture, but then turkey meatballs, okay, that's great. What makes this different than any of the other videos that are out there? It's quick and easy to make. Just having that little hook that makes people, want to click, like cooked in 15 minutes, or like, what I mean? Something like that will, that people are looking for. So, okay. And one thing I'm going to click on this video really quickly. I just want to see what's going on with SEO. So looking at your tags, I'm just going to do what's ranking for what. So you are ranking for quite a few things. Turkey meatballs, which is a very broad keyword, but you're ranking number 3 for that. Easy turkey meatballs, turkey meatball, how to make turkey meatballs. So awesome. You have definitely niched down with this one very specific type of meatball, turkey meatballs. And that's why you are coming up. So other things that I would, just suggestions for your, for some of the tags and keywords is, delicious. So you're basically, what we're saying right now is, hey, I want to rank for delicious. Literally anything can appear for delicious. It's just really broad. I think it's kind of a waste of a keyword to just target delicious. Like, yes, they are delicious, but you can see delicious is such a broad term. It can relate to meatballs, it can relate to cookies, it can relate to any sort of food out there. And so I would just ignore it. sarahsbites.com and Sarah Bites, turkey meatballs, quick and easy to make. You're ranking number 1 for that, but you can see that's so specific. I don't think a lot of people are actually searching that. So yes, it's great that you're appearing number 1 for that. But if you, I'm using TubeBuddy, by the way, to get all of this research and to do all of this. Most people, yeah, it's showing that it's a good, overall score, but it just, I would change that to basically your keywords, what you want them to be. You want them to be what people are literally typing into Google or your tags. And so people probably, maybe a few people are typing turkey meatballs, quick and easy to make, but like quick and easy turkey meatballs might be something. IKEA meatballs, meatballs in the oven, spaghetti and meatballs, those ones are getting a little bit harder to rank for. Trending videos right here. I would just remove that entirely. And quarantine cooking, you could, as people start moving out of quarantine, less and less people are going to be searching that. So you could kind of swap out some of those keywords or those, keywords that you're using. Now, so here you have all these things and you're doing a really, really great job. You have a variety of different tags for a variety of things. So I want to scroll up and go here. Okay. Is this doing this to anyone else? This bugs me so bad. The description, if you broaden out the description now on desktop, it's here on the side. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of this at all. So I just want to make sure, you want to make sure that if you are using a keyword, that it's also showing up in your description. So all of those keywords that you want to rank for, you need to weave them into your description as you are typing that. So I see... you're linking that you're using vidIQ, but as far as, and then you include the recipe here. So, if I were you, this is hit or miss on whether you want to do this or not. You're including the recipe in the description. For me, I want to kind of get people, yes, that's helpful, but you have a website, sarahbites.com. I would always link them to your website to drive traffic to your website there. So, hey, you want the recipe? Click over here. I think, I think that would be a better strategy. But hey, if it's working, that's fine. But it's, you've basically given them everything that they need to right here. Why on earth would they ever go to your website? Sorry. So that's just a little tidbit or tip. And then the only thing here I see is, you do have your title, which has been copied and pasted, which is great. Soft turkey meatballs, but all of those other like Italian meatballs and some of those other keywords that you were trying to rank for down here, I don't see those at all. So that's what I would recommend. Okay, great. Way to go. I love it. Now let's go. Wait. Oh, I hear noise. Trying to see if the baby's waking up. Okay, so next video or next channel is called No One Cares About Poetry. And let me remove this channel banner. I don't know why this is appearing here. Okay, so No One Cares About Poetry. So looking at that, I'm not quite sure what the channel is about from the title. There's just a really cool picture here of these rainbow steps. And the first video is... so this appears to be in Italian, which I do not speak Italian, which is fine. But, I don't have much context about what is here. I mean, it seems like this is a channel about poetry. The stars are out tonight. David Bowie, La Chimica del Farfal. And again, I don't speak Italian. Let me go back. Let me look at your most popular videos. Art Poetica. Yeah, it's hard that it's in another language. I want to make sure that poetry is not a dead thing, but is a clandestine life. A channel to discover and above all, rediscover poetry, an activity and pleasure. Okay, so this, so the channel is just a channel all about poetry for poetry lovers. And so, what... if it's a kind of like a hub for people who love poetry, I just want to kind of see, let's look at your most popular video and see what people are checking out. So this one, 680 views. And it seems to be, sorry, my internet's kind of being funky. You talking about different poetry, right? Let's go right here. Yeah. Yeah. So I like in the videos that you're mixing it up between these videos of you talking. You have text that comes up. You even over here, you're mixing it up by going to a different location to film the video. And you're having, sorry, it's really, yeah, you have right here. Yeah. So I think it's a great idea for a channel. I think it has a lot of potential. But it's just hard. It's harder for me to kind of get a feel for it because I don't speak Italian. Yeah, one of the suggestions says, whoa, we're getting music. Says might be a good day to have a famous poet in the banner. Yeah, just with the banner, you want to give people more context about what the channel is going to be about. So famous poets up there, definitely a photo, an image of you. I had to dig into the about section to find what the channel was about. So instead of that, why don't we just put that front and center, just a quick little subtitle, what your video is about, or a little tagline about your video. I do love it. And I think poetry is really exciting and something that, like you're saying, like, no one cares about poetry, but you're actually the opposite of that. You're saying that, yeah, poetry is not dead. It's something that we can still find a lot of inspiration from. So those would be my high level tips. So let's go to the next one. Mix stems. Whoa. Okay. Mix stems. Music tutorials, new video every week. Cool. Love it. I like your branding. It's very simple. You got this purple and this bright yellow. I love it. And it's music tutorials. Now you could go another layer deeper. Music tutorials on what? That's pretty vague. Am I learning how to write music? Is it music theory? Is it how to make things on my computer? I'm not really sure, but I do like that you have new videos every single week. And so right now saying top 5 plugins for vocals, that's right there. How to remove noise, different plugins, 5 ways to get distortion. So I'm getting a better feel about what the channel's about. It seems it's more videos on how to create music online. And it's a lot of tutorials and tips on how to use different software, how to become an expert when it comes to making music. So you have a decent amount of videos right here. Let's see. They've started about 5 months ago. So, okay. So you're talking a lot about Pro Tools. So yeah, I mean, if you specifically focus on Pro Tools, which I don't know, then you might want to call that out and say, helping you master Pro Tools. Now, if you use a variety of tools and different software, then, you don't call that out, but you could say like, here's the ones that I teach on. Because if I know actually now that you say Pro Tools, like my friend uses Pro Tools, and I know that is like one of the number one video editing things that people use online. So, call that out for people who are interested in that. So let's see. I'm just going to click on one of these videos. Let's go to let's see where you're at. Top 5 vocal plugins, mono to stereo. Let's do this one. Top 5 best music production tips. Okay, looking at your video production, really, really nice. You have that RGB light in the background. I can see the sound panels. You have your whole setup. And so it really instantly, for me, shows that you know what you're doing. You're an expert. Like, this is what you do. So for me as a viewer, if I'm wanting to learn from this video, it gives a lot of confidence that I'm learning from someone who is an expert. And so I really like that. Yeah, I see you right here. You could focus on the framing a little bit more. You kind of want to do the rule of thirds. Like if I were to draw some grids right here, you're kind of in the middle. You're right on this plane, which is great. If we were to divide this into 3 sections right here and then top, middle, that, I would really prefer your head to be kind of right here. It's a little bit more visually appealing. It feels in the space a little more. So you could either crop this video. So not this one, but future ones, you could crop it. So we're showing more, or just increase your chair so you're a little bit higher and filling a little bit more of the frame on this right side. I think that's just like a really minor tweak that can help expand out your presence on this video. And so then kind of just skipping around. Yeah. So then you're diving into the different actual tutorial of these top 5 music production tips. So I think that's great. You've done a really good job. So, looking at, where it's ranking, mixing tips. Okay, so you're not ranking for anything currently. You've done a really good job with these different keywords. So I want to kind of see why. And I think the main reason that you're not ranking is none of those keywords are appearing in your description. So you have to remember that SEO and ranking is a puzzle, and it's basically a it's a puzzle that, let's say it has 100 pieces, and Google says, hey, there's 100 things that you could do to rank that we would like to see to have a better idea of what your video is about and to rank. That's your title, that's your tags, that's your description, right? That's, your captions, all of those things. So the more pieces of the puzzle that we give YouTube, the better idea it has about what our video is about, and it's going to rank us higher as a result of providing more information. And so for this, you've done a really good job. Like, you have a great title and you've done all that work with the tags. Now just take it a step further and put those tags in your description. Write out a paragraph or two and weave those keywords into your description. And that alone is going to give YouTube a better idea what your video is about. And you'll probably see that you might have a better chance of ranking for these tips. Okay. All right. Okay. So we have a question about what is the rule of thirds. So I'm just going to do a quick image search so you can get a better idea. Rule of thirds. And this will help anyone in their YouTube videos if you have videos where you are in focus, or where you're the center, or even if you're just making videos. So the rule of thirds is a photography technique. I'm trying to find like a good one, but we'll start right here, where your frame is divided into these 9 quadrants. So these 9 quadrants, you have 2 lines that are going vertically and 2 lines horizontally. So the rule of thirds basically is that you frame it in a way so that where you want the eye to focus is kind of aligning in one of these thirds. So you can see right here, this girl, she's right here, right along these 2 points. And so that's really great. This couple right here, you can see it feels, basically the rule of thirds, it allows the content to fill the frame enough that it just feels visually appealing. And so with this couple, they're right here on this top quadrant, kind of this little axis right here. And they're filling up the space, nothing right here, which is fine. This cheetah right here is filling up, these quadrants, but the focus where we want to look at, normally with people, we're looking at the eyes, we're looking at the face. And so as a result, the cheetah's head is right there. This girl who is running, there's a right here, this is actually a really great one. So the grass is covering these 2 bottom rows, right? And then whatever's in this background, these mountains or trees, that's mostly the top. So you can see it's already just visually, it's being broken down into those 3 parts. But the girl herself, she is right here, right along this edge, which allows, these kind of long grass in the forefront to kind of have its time over here. And then the girl is spending time right here with her head more or less right here on this axis. So another one, you can see just visually, you see this, it's very beautiful. It's very appealing. She's along this axis with her head right here. And then this is spanning this, fabric is spanning that way. So definitely check out the rule of thirds. Yeah, you can see right here, they're really saying, these are the places that you want your focal points to be, these 4 sections. Here's the surfer, another example. I wish it were bigger, but it's really, it's another example. The horizon line is right here along this line. Here is the sky, and then here is the beach, and then this person is standing right where you need it to be. Okay. All right. So let's go back to a channel, but hold up. We have a new competitor has entered the ring. So let me pull up your channel really fast. And thank you for the super chat. Read with Bintu. Bintu, let me know if I'm saying that correctly. I'm just going to pull up your channel. So this is a way that you can get to the front of the line, right? And so, okay. Let me just mute this. Cool. Okay, so read with Bintu. There is your channel banner, new videos every Wednesday. I imagine this is a reading channel. You're sharing your journey about reading and that you love reading different books. But let me just check out your description. My name is Bintu, and I make videos about reading and books. Reading is my favorite hobbies. I include, okay, she said, saying it right. I love all forms, ebooks, physical books, audiobooks. In fact, you definitely catch me with my Kindle while listening to an audiobook at the same time. My favorite genres are all of these. Hope you join me on this fun reading community. So it sounds like you're sharing your journey reading. Okay, so first and foremost, okay, so the book that's right here is 5 books that changed my life. I love it. I would be interested in clicking that. And your thumbnails are spot on. I love it. I think these are really visual. They're beautiful. One maybe little mini tweak that you could do with them. You have a very saturated dark background with this purple and this blue, and it's blurry and it looks awesome. And you're wearing like a black t-shirt, and then there's black text. So there's a lot of dark elements. And so I would just flip it and see how you have a white outline with black text. I would do white text with a black outline. I think that would pop more because the background because it's so dark and saturated. Even though it's like a brighter blue, but it's like a darker bright blue. Does that make sense? I would flip that, and I think it will just stand out that more and pop. It'll help you pop more. It'll help the text, and it'll just kind of give everyone, meaning you, the background, the text, just more room to breathe. So I would definitely do that really quickly, but I like what you're doing. I think it's visually awesome. I love that you're doing free ebooks and it's behind you, and we're able to figure out what it is because we're getting enough context of the word, but it's just a cool way to put your text. And you are the forefront. So it's you holding your Kindle, which I love. Favorite Kindle settings, the state of my Kindle, what's on my Kindle Oasis. So that's great. So this is a playlist all about sharing your Kindle. Here is your I'm scrolling on the wrong spot. Your most recent uploads. So your June reading vlog, free ebooks with Kindle, where to find free ebooks or find books for free, June TBR, and May wrap up. So yeah, your channel is super cool. It's sharing your journey. So it's kind of like a vlog, but at the same time, it's very informational for those who are looking for some of this information. What are free books? What are this? What are that? And so you're able to share your journey along with providing a lot of valuable searchable content. And that's really key because, if you just strictly wanted to be a vlog channel and share your reading journey, that's great. But a lot of times starting out as just a simple, like a lifestyle channel or a vlog channel, it's harder to gain an audience, right? Because people will come for the information, they stay for you. But with this, you're kind of hitting both of those. They're coming for the information and they're staying for you because you're sharing a part of you and your journey. And this is just me, like not even having watched your videos, but I can tell you're sharing your journey and we stay for the people. So that's what we have to remember always when we're doing YouTube videos is we stay for the people. Think of your favorite YouTubers and why do you watch them? You usually watch them because of their personality, they're funny, they inspire you, they entertain you, they educate you. How many times have you searched something on YouTube? It was like, hey, for example, I'm trying to, next time I will be connecting my camera for my live streams. So my camera background is going to be a little better. I'm going to be using my camera instead of just whatever my built-in camera is. And so I was just looking up a quick tutorial on how to do that. And, yeah, I got the information. It was great, but I had no connection with the account that was doing that video. I didn't subscribe, I didn't stay. Versus if it would have been someone who was very personable and funny and I'm interested and we relate to people and we stay for people. So that's just one tip. I think you're already doing very well from what I can tell. But yeah, great branding. You have found a thumbnail style that works and you're sticking with it. I love it. Even the colors are very, very cohesive. And here are your different read-alongs and book reviews. That's super cool. Rhythm War by Brandon Sanderson. Okay, totally unrelated. I have started the first Brandon Sanderson book. What is it called? Like Way of Kings. I'm like 3 years into this book. I don't know what it is. I am struggling so hard to like stay interested. Like every once in a while, there'll be something that happens and I'm interested, and then it goes to a different character, and then I come back to it 3 to 6 months later. Like tell me what I'm doing wrong with Brandon Sanderson. Maybe I just need to listen to the audiobook instead, but it's a massive book. I think it's like 1,200 pages as well. So it's just taking forever, but like everyone loves Brandon Sanderson. And so I'm interested in I love fantasy. I want it to be something that I like. I'm still struggling with that. So anyways, yeah, I believe that's one of the books later in the series, or maybe it's a different series. But okay, cool. So let me just go. Going back to your channel banner, read with Bintu. I think you can maybe put a little, it's great. I love how simple it is, but it's just so simple that maybe you can put a photo of you with like a whole bunch of books. I think that would just create that much more of a person, like resonation with you as a person, but not always, right? Like some people just keep it simple with text, some people don't. But yeah, you're saying read with me, but I would do just another subtitle or tagline, like sharing my reading journey, or just give me a little bit more. Are you strictly reviews of books? Are you sharing your journey? Is it, you know what I mean? I think even if you have three main pillars of your channel, that would help give a little bit more context, but I like it. Going back, I want to see, I always do this for every channel, even if I'm doing a channel review or not. I like to see how long ago you started. So awesome. Just according to this, a year ago is when you started. And then your most popular. Yeah. And so come back. You've always had this like purple as your colors, and I just love scrolling and seeing people like how they're coming to their own with thumbnails. You have so many videos. It's awesome. Let's go back to, yeah. So you're sharing like tools to help you read, tips on how to read faster, as well as your journey. Those were your initial videos. Your most popular ones, are the Kindle Oasis Review 2020. Easy fix for this is, if I'm interested in the Kindle Oasis, I would look at that and think, oh, 2020, that doesn't relate to me anymore because it's 2021. And so I would just take that thumbnail, swap out 2020 for 2021 and call it a day. For the most part, it's very unlikely, even if you say 2020 in your video, which you probably don't, just having that 2021 makes it feel very current, and versus like, oh, that was one from a year ago. It's not related. Something's different. Something's new, even though it's probably not. Like a lot of these evergreen type of content, the Kindle Oasis has been around a while. Your review just happened to be in 2020. So swap that to 2021. Audiobooks on Kindle Oasis. So it seems like you're actually, the videos that are doing well right now are different comparison videos, which are cool because Gruel, who knows what that quote is from? If you know what movie that's from, let me know. But you're doing great searchable content. It seems like right now that searchable content is your most popular content, which will make sense. People are searching that. So let's just go right here and check this one out while we're at it. And I'm muting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So first off, let me look at your description. Okay. Okay, cool. You're telling what you're about, how often you're doing this, when to follow, or how to follow you, how to follow these things. You're awesome. Monetizing your channel with those different links. This is especially important for a video like this, where you're literally giving a description of a product that people are probably interested. 88% of people go to Google or YouTube. They do a search online before making a purchase decision. So this is exactly what this is you are giving a review. They're probably interested in purchasing this. So super smart to include a link right there. Okay, cool. We got it. My quote was from Mean Girls. Gruel. Yeah. So just saying that, which you're doing a great job. Hello, friends. I'm just giving my experience with the Kindle Oasis. I think there's so much more potential for you to have different keywords in your description. Let me scroll down to your tags. See, a lot of people, they'll go and they'll do the tags, but then they forget to put those tags in the description as well. It's kind of like a 1-2 punch for YouTube. So surprisingly, you're not ranking for any of these at all. But so there is an opportunity for you to do this. So I always recommend that your the one keyword that you really want to focus on should be the very first tag. It's just like a teeny little thing. Again, remember, SEO is this big piece of the puzzle. And so with that, it's just like a little piece this little thing makes a little difference. We keep doing those little tweaks here and there, it adds up to a big difference. So, you're using very broad terms: books, booktube, booktuber, Kindle Oasis. Kindle Oasis makes more sense because it's a very specific thing. Paperwhite. I don't know if you're talking about the Paperwhite in this video. If not, I wouldn't put this as a tag, because you're saying, hey, YouTube, my video is about the Kindle Paperwhite. That's why I'm tagging this. And then if the video is not actually about that, it's kind of like false advertising to YouTube, and they're not going to fall for it. Basically, they're going to say, no, I don't buy it. It's not. So they're not going to rank you for those things. So instead, really smartly use your tags to rank for things that, okay, cool. That are going to rank. She says, I admit this was my second video and I've learned so many things on my newer video. Awesome. If you have older videos that are ranking, go back. Like the easiest thing that you can do is just go back and like do some tweaks. So if you go back and you change some tags, you change the description, you update the title, then YouTube is going to re-index that video, because by editing all of these things, you're saying to YouTube, hey, FYI, things are different. I've made some changes, and YouTube's going to say, huh, okay, they did something different. Let's go see what's different. And so you're providing more information and more context. You might find that by doing so, you will start ranking for certain keywords. And I've definitely had that for my videos, where I just I do a whole bunch of SEO research, even for a video that was like 5+ years old. And then instantly it's ranking. Like, that little graph that shows the real-time views, like instantly it went from like nothing to within 60 minutes, like boom, 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 boom. So that just goes to show, hey, if you just give YouTube a little bit more information, it might help a sister out, right? Okay, Oasis 2020. So yeah, I would go through and find different keywords. This is all about the Amazon Kindle Oasis. So let's just go right here. So if you have TubeBuddy, you can actually click on the keyword and it's going to bring up the Keyword Explorer. So right now it's showing that this is a poor search term. Obviously, it shows that there are 1.17 million searches every single month just for this. So obviously there's a lot of competition. So you can look at the competition. It's in the red, which means poor. Everyone and their mom is making a video about this. Search volume is good. Obviously it's in the green because a lot of people are searching it. However, too many people are making videos about this. So what can we do to give this video a chance? We need to find a longer tail keyword. And basically what that is a keyword that has more text in it, So, right here, it gives you related searches. It's literally telling you, hey, these are other things that people are typing. So Oasis versus Paperwhite, Oasis 2021. Again, by just adding one more word, you can see if I click this, it's probably going to be not as competitive and a better chance. Yeah, now you're a 25 out of 100. Still not the greatest in the world, but better, for sure better, right? Hold on, I want to go back. And Kindle Oasis 10th generation. You can see that's super specific, but it's super specific, but people literally are searching this. Right now, there's about 3,000 people per month that are searching that. You can see how much more of a chance you have at ranking compared to one that has 1 million searches per month. So yeah, it's saying 3,000 is a poor, but hey, that's 3,000 people a month that are searching Kindle Oasis 10th generation. And I don't know if your review is about the 10th generation one, but so yeah, this is something that you can do. It just gives you all of these ideas. Again, I want to go back. You can kind of see what it's recommending. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Cover Kindle Oasis tips and tricks. So that's an idea for a video. And I want to just go back. Oops. So if I go here, I can also do some research, Kindle Oasis. And so you see just by doing this, yeah, TubeBuddy gave me some examples, but 2020 versus Paperwhite, cover, unboxing, should I buy the Kindle Oasis? People will type that. Let's just see what it's recommending. Amazon Kindle Oasis review. Is the Kindle Oasis worth it? And so you can kind of get a feel for what other people are doing as well. That's a better search term. It's kind of in the orange zone for a search volume. So yeah, this is just something that you can do. Easy thing for old videos is just say, hey, especially for that video, you're doing really, really well for an old video, the second video on your channel. It has over 30,000 views, but it's not even really ranking for different search terms. So you could go back and just do some research, update some tags, description, and do that. And that's like an easy win to get views on your videos. So I would definitely recommend that. Okay. So, and she also said, Way of Kings begins so slowly, but the last 200 pages are packed. So you have to keep chugging along. Okay. I will do that right now. I actually have like 7 books that I'm like flipping behind and flipping through, and it's not a good strategy. I need to go back and just like say, nope, this is the only book that I'm focusing on until I finish, because everyone loves it. Everyone loves it. Okay. I'm looking for any, just like one last thing, since you did do the super chat, I want to make sure that you're taking care of you. But yeah, I think that's really good. I think those are some easy things that you can do. And you're doing new videos every single week, which is great. And I love, 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 love. Yeah, just your vibe, your camera, like it's just super clean and simple. It's reflecting on your glasses a little bit. If you put your lights at a 45-degree angle above you, that will actually get rid of that glare. So that's something that can help if you're struggling with that, or if that bothers you. Again, I'm just trying to like find little things here and there. Not going to bother me. I mean, yeah, you can see mine right here. I have this ring light right here on the side to give me some extra light. If I wanted to, you can see if I put it, see right now, 45 degrees. It's not, well, if I go like that, obviously it will. But from when you're talking directly at a camera, because it's at the 45-degree angle, I'm not getting that glare anymore. So just a tip. All right. So we'll leave it there. She says, thank you, Morgan. I appreciate the tips. I'm going back and applying many of your recommendations. Yeah, let's keep it there. I don't want to overwhelm you with like a million things to do. Easy win. Go back and update those videos. You can turn on the Olympics and go and do that and watch the Olympics, do some SEO research, update it, boom, take it from there. All right, we have one more. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm going to search this channel, Thin Le Min. Tell me if I'm saying that right. Productivity and faith. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it and I love it. Okay, so here we go. All right, becoming 1% better every day. Cool. I love that. I love the concept of that, because that is true. I think if you get 1% better every day, then you end up being what, like 40% better by the end of a year. And so you're just sharing your life, entrepreneurship, and faith. So one thing, people do this, but you have your name and then you have basically some keywords like what your channel's about. The channel, from what I can tell right now, this video right here, day in the life of a college dropout. I asked my parents to drop out of college. It seems to be more just like a lifestyle channel and a vlog about you. And I understand why you want to put this on here, but I think for your channel name, it just makes it a little too big, a little too much. Initially when you don't have subscribers, you just like really want people to know what you're about, especially if you're like leaving comments on other channels. But over time, what eventually people do is they drop that. And because people come for them and they stay for them, and then you kind of maybe shift and pivot your channel content a little bit, that name doesn't necessarily relate anymore. So potentially you could just leave it as you and your name, and this is your channel, and then put that productivity and faith up here in your channel banner. You have entrepreneurship and faith right here. So it seems like you kind of have three different channel, at least from just me just looking at this, you have three different content pillars, which I like. 3 is a really good solid number. So you're talking about entrepreneurship, productivity, and faith. Cool. But also you're sharing your journey as a college dropout. So I don't know if that's necessarily something that you are wanting to be known for as your main channel, or if that's just because you're kind of currently you're doing a series on these things, like which happens like in August, I'm going to be doing a series all about online courses, but online courses isn't necessarily something that I'm going to be known for forever. It's just something in August, all of my videos are going to be about, online courses for YouTubers, like how to increase your income by creating an online course. So yeah. Okay. So he says, I've heard about that. Yes. Some people say it's too long. I wasn't sure about removing it. I think remove it personally, and then throw it up there in your channel banner. And you could make it a little bigger. Even on desktop, this is blown up. It's kind of hard to see your name, and especially right underneath it. Imagine that on mobile, how much smaller it's going to be, like teeny tiny. So I would just increase the font size, blow it up so it's super big, and then do, productivity, entrepreneurship, and faith. I get a really good feel about what you're about that way. And I do like your little tagline, becoming 1% better every single day. You're sharing a journey of improvement and through these 3 things. And I think that's awesome. And I think that's something that would be compelling for people to subscribe. You do a really great job with your thumbnails. I like that you're mixing it up. You know, you have this picture. This picture is really, really cool. It kind of has like, I imagine like eating fruit or eating, you know, an apple a day. In this case, it's an orange. You know, I can see lifting weights, reading a book, drinking water. You're kind of teasing what the video is going to be about and what those 5 habits are without saying it, right? And so I'm like, what's happening there? So I want to click it. So that's a great example of a thumbnail that doesn't necessarily have to have words. You know, sometimes it's really great to have words, you know, 1 or 2 words just to really hit it home, like this one right here. I asked my parents to drop out of college. And so you're blurring everyone's faces out and it's a picture of you. And then it says drop out. Cool. I think that's great. I think that calls out, you're calling attention. Like I'm the only one in my family who's doing this. Yeah. So I tried Jess and Gabriel's morning routine. I love this because people who are fans of that are going to be interested in that. They might type in Jess and Gabriel's morning routine and they'll see your video and see, hey, how did it work out for you? It's so funny because for a year now, I've been wanting to do a video on Rachel Hollis's morning routine. And Rachel Hollis is kind of like a motivational, speaker, guru. She focuses on women. She has a ton of New York Times bestselling books. And she's very, one of the things she talks about all the time is her morning routine. And so I looked at it, I watched it, and it was actually something that I could definitely do because not too many people are making videos about it, because to do a morning routine, you probably have to do it for like 30 days. So yeah, I've been meaning to do that, but then I got sick because I was pregnant and I was just like surviving. And then I had the baby, and now the baby is finally sleeping through the night. Fingers crossed. So now I'm actually to that point where I could do that morning routine. So I think that's a great idea. So anyone who's watching, you can tag on to other people's things that are big YouTubers who are doing things. You know, they're sharing their morning routine or something that works for them. You can kind of like hitch your wagon to that by doing it yourself, right? So these are I imagine some bigger YouTubers. You're hitching your wagon onto their morning routine. Because if we just went right here, what was it? Jess and Gabriel's morning routine. Depends on how big they are, whether they'll appear or not. But yeah, our married morning routine. So it's a lot of, let's see. Yeah. So you show up. This girl right here, this other Jess is appearing. I think they think it's more relevant for her search, but you are appearing up there. But yeah, theirs is going to appear first. Ideally, you would want yours to appear second. So let's see if there's any quick tips we could do. I mean, yeah, you're doing the right SEO. You're for sure including all of that in here. And you're ranking for sure. Like, yeah, appearing 9th. Let's just see in your description. Yeah, so easy. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, okay. So Jess Conti, it seems like she has a married channel and a regular channel. See, I'm learning more. Yeah, that is Jess from, so she has 2 channels. Cool. So it makes sense why she would be appearing for that, because YouTube already has made the connection. Like, hey, this is literally the Jess. There's Jess and Gabriel, and then Jess, that's like, they're so linked. YouTube is even saying like, here, we know you're looking for this, so we'll just put it there. Okay. So you're doing a really good job. Actually, like I see what you're doing is you're putting all of the key. I tried Jess and Gabriel's married morning routine, while in your title, you just have Jess and Gabriel's morning routine. So yeah, I mean, I think you've done a really great job with the SEO on this one. Your tags are appearing in your description, which also are appearing in your title. I'll give it a thumbs up for you. And if we just wanted to click right here just to see, it might be too specific of a thing that not that many people are searching it. So it says the search volume is poor, but nonetheless, that's fine. You could get anyone who is searching it, you still stand a chance. So great idea. Love it. So how I organize my life as a college dropout, planning my sister's wedding during lockdown, 4 simple steps to discipline. So yeah, I mean, the college dropout thing is kind of, you are threading that throughout. So maybe you might want to call it out up above. I think that's something that actually is interesting about you, that stands out, that might be relatable to a lot of people, because they want to see there's a stigma that if you're a college dropout, you're not going to be successful, which is totally, not true and a load of crock. And so showing, hey, like you can be successful. Here's my journey. Here's my life. Here's my success. Looking at your most popular videos. I dropped out of college 1 year ago. Was it worth it? Now that's a great idea. So that's another thing for people who are watching is if you've done a video that's like a big tentpole video, like something that happened to you or something that you did, you can always revisit that. Like looking back 1 year later, people find that interesting and they do like that. See like, okay, here's what he did. Here's why he did it. He's talking all about in that video, why he dropped out. How's it going for him? Let's check this video out right now. So that's your most popular video. And then the other ones are still, you have 354 subscribers. So you're still in the infancy stages, right? Our next goal for you is to get you to 1,000 subscribers. Obviously we want to get you monetized. And but right now let's check out, you've had this channel for over a year. Oops, sorry, newest. 6 days ago, a week ago. So it looks like, okay, I was going to see how you released a few videos and then you've come back and now you're being more consistent. So it appears that more or less once a week you are dropping a video, which is great. So I would keep that up now that you're back. Just stay consistent. Have whatever your content pillars are, try to make videos around those initially, because if you're making a video about this and about this, about this, about this, about this, then it's just going to be a little too confusing for new subscribers, that they're not going to know what they're going to get every time. As you grow an audience and as you grow a following, they're not really going to care what you're doing. They're just going to come and watch it, right? I always use the example of me and Jaclyn Hill. I followed her for her YouTube, her makeup, how do I say this? Makeup tutorials. Always, that was first and foremost. And then she started sharing, as she started getting bigger, she started branching out into her life, her routines. And now she's doing cooking videos randomly on her channel. And I literally don't care because I'm like, yes, Jaclyn Hill, whatever you do, I just love hearing you. I just love watching, YouTube is our new TV, right? So I'll just show an example really quickly, So the initial, you really got to stick to your niche until you get that really devoted audience that's going to come no matter what you do. So crazy snack things from around the world. Like, yeah, if she were just starting out, that would be a total flop of a video. Who knows? But it's just so outside of her niche, right? And even you can see it is still outside of her niche comparatively. This one has 800,000 views. This one has 600,000. And this one definitely has much less because it's not related to her core content, but she doesn't care because she's Jaclyn freaking Hill. She can do whatever she wants, right? At that point, if you have millions of subscribers. But yeah, so I would just keep with it. I like this journey that you're sharing with people. You're sharing faith. I don't see really much about faith in your videos per se. Maybe it's in the actual videos that you're talking about it versus, making a dedicated video. But I like it. You're waking up at 4:30 a.m. You're sharing your vlogs, all of that. I think you're doing all of the right things and it's just a matter of time. So just keep going. Make sure to continue to do SEO, which you are doing. I know once people get bigger, they just don't do SEO. And that's because they can ride the algorithm. YouTube's just actively going to promote them no matter what they do. They've kind of already proved themselves to YouTube. But when you're new and you're starting out, first and foremost, let's get you ranking in search. Let's get searchable content, build that foundation of search, and then go from there. So hopefully this helps. I hear the baby. So remember we said we were going to go until the baby woke up, and I'm actually doing another live stream in 15 minutes for VidBoss Academy. I do weekly live streams there as well, giving even more deep feedback, helping them with their channels. So I'm going to hop over to VidBoss. I'm going to get the baby first, feed the baby, go talk to my VidBoss folks, CJ's info. He is a VidBoss student. Little sunglass emoji. Love it. So, like this video, leave a comment what you found is the most helpful that you're going to apply to your channel this week. And that's all I have for today. I will see you next week. And I want to say same time, same place, but I kind of mix it around. So I'll let you know in the community tab when I'm doing it. Sometimes I do it at 9, sometimes 11, 12:30. It just kind of depends. But hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you're going to be applying to your channels. And I'll see you later. And thank you everyone who did the super chats. I love it and I appreciate it. You guys are the best. Bye. Have a great weekend.